I just want you to know that Mr. Bostic and I are getting awfully bored without you guys around. It's so quiet in the school. We are excited about being the lunchroom hub for the district, and so if any of you are needing lunch or breakfast, be sure to tell your parents. There's a drive-thru set up here every day from 11 to 12, and we have all of our lunchroom crew to thank for that. They have been wonderful in getting those lunches prepared. But, you know, this time period is just kind of weird, right? So a lot of us are just hanging out at home, and one of the things I keep thinking about is how much I love reading. And I know that many of you love reading too, so I hope you take advantage of this time. I mean, read all the books in your house. Read everything you can get your hands on. This is a great opportunity just to dive into some good books and to talk with your family about what you're reading too. So this year I've gone into some classrooms and read some different books alongside you guys. One of the books that we read was called Last Stop on Market Street. I don't know if you remember that. That was earlier this year. We talked a little bit about culture and how things change when we were reading that book. We also read Martin's Big Words about Martin Luther King, and I shared that with a video. So I just thought I would hop on here and give you a quick video about one of my favorite books, because this book talks about how we're simply wild about books. And so I want you to be talking with your families about books in the upcoming weeks. So tune in as I read one of my favorites, Wild About Books. It started the summer of 2002 when the Springfield librarian, Molly McGrew, by mistake drove her bookmobile into the zoo. Molly opened the door and she let down the stairs. She turned on the computer and she sat in her chair. At first, all the animals watched from a distance, but Molly could conquer the strongest resistance. By reading aloud from the good Dr. Seuss, she quickly attracted a mink and a moose, a wombat, an oryx, a lemur, a lynx, 8 elephant calves, and a family of skinks. In a flash, every beast in the zoo was stampeding to learn all about this new something called reading. Forsaking their niches, their nests and their nooks, they went wild, simply wild about wonderful books, choosing thin books and fat books and cat in the hat books and new books and true books and heaps of how-to books. Giraffes wanted tall books and crickets craved small books, while geckos could only read stick-to-the-wall books. The pandas demanded more books in Chinese. Molly filled their requests, always eager to please. She even found waterproof books for the otter, who never went swimming without Harry Potter. Raccoons read alone and baboons read in bunches, and llamas read dramas while eating their lunches. Hyenas shared jokes with the red-bellied snakes, and they howled and they hissed till their funny bones ached. A tree kangaroo who adored Nancy Drew began solving mysteries right there at the zoo, such as, why were the bandicoots' books overdue? Gently, Molly taught lessons in treating books right, for the boa constrictor squeezed Crictor too tight. Baby bunnies mucked up Goodnight Moon with their paws. Giant termites devoured the Wizard of Oz. And bears' love of books was completely outrageous. They licked all the pictures right off the pages. Tasmanian devils found books so exciting that soon they had given up fighting for writing. They made up adventures so thrilling and new that the others decided to be authors too. Pythons wrote with their tails, penguins wrote with their bills, and porcupines wrote with their very own quills. At the new insect zoo, bugs were scribbling haiku. The scorpion gave each a stinging review. Pretentious, stinks, boring, redundant. As the cheetah's new novel began to take shape, he read chapters each night to the Barbary ape. And although the gazelle couldn't spell very well, like everyone else, she had stories to tell. Imagine the hippo's enormous surprise when her memoir was given the Zulitzer Prize. With so many new books, Molly knew what to do. She hired 12 beavers, a stork, and a gnu to build a branch library there at the zoo. Then the animals cried, "We can do it ourselves! We can check the books out! We can put them on shelves!" And they did, and they do, up to this very day. 3 cheers for the zoo brewery. Hip, hip, hooray. When you visit the zoo now, you surely won't mind if the animals seem just a bit hard to find. They are snug in their niches, their nests and their nooks, going wild, simply wild, about wonderful books. And that is the end of this book. So I hope that you talk with your families about what kind of books you like. Do you like thin books or fat books or Cat in the Hat books? Do you like picture books or chapter books? What kind of books do you enjoy? And we're going to share a few resources with you of things that you can go online and listen to books if you don't have them at home. So make sure to take advantage of those resources. Thanks parents, thanks families. Remember, we're Hype Heroes, here to save the day, one act of kindness at a time.